Welcome to the
hmm
Hidden Driveway Show. I'm your host, Amu, and then joining me today we have a very special guest, Elijah B. If you would like to introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Elijah B. I make music in my room and I post videos on the internet.
You sure do that quite a
I do
bit.
that.
I see it
Yep.
multiple times a week, and I look forward to it
Yeah.
every time. All right, well, to get us started, is there anything that you'd like to talk about?
No. Nope. I got nothing.
Not
I
even
haven't been
feeling
doing nothing
like,
all day. I haven't gotten. I've been chilling all day. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about going to sleep. That's what I want to talk about.
what about
I'm
sleep?
tired.
You tired?
Yeah. And I wake up early to work out, and so I get tired throughout the day. But it's okay. I wasn't doing too much today,
hmm
so
What should
I
you
but
do?
I would be taking a nap right now, but I'm here in this very important interview.
Hmm just for me.
Yeah, just for you.
Yeah, what's your like bedtime at usually?
Recently it's been going back to like one or two, but I really want it to be like 12 or one at max. Just so I can get like 7 hours of sleep, like at least,
hmm
so I can wake up. So I'm trying to like go to bed at then, but lately I've been like on my phone, doom scrolling. What can I say? I'm sorry. I'm ashamed. Don't look at me.
Yeah, I've been drifting into the like 2:30 range recently, so I need to
That's
cut
not
that
good.
back.
Calm down. Before it's better than like quarantine days. I used to like, man, 5 a.m. was like easy. That was free. I can't believe I did that. Why did I do that? I go to bed at like 7 a.m. sometimes. Crazy.
I think the latest I've been up was like 6:30, I think, because I used to call with 99 a lot over the summer, like
hmm
2022, and we would talk until like 5 or 6 a.m. like every day.
That's crazy. I couldn't do that. Every time I would like stay up that late, I'd feel like a degenerate because I was just on my phone the whole time watching videos.
Mm.
But it's okay now. Now I'm super healthy. I go to bed at 2 a.m.
2 a.m. That's a whole 3 hour difference.
It's true. That's true.
Something else that's been pretty different though. So each song that you've released so far has been very different from the last. So I was wondering, who are some of your biggest inspirations?
Well, I do like artists who kind of just do whatever they feel like doing, and I feel like those are usually like the most exciting artists to look forward to a project. Like for example, like I love Tyler the Creator, obviously, right? And I'm super excited for his next album, but I have no idea what it's gonna sound like, and I think that's awesome. Or like I'm thinking like I love I love Caroline Polachek. I love Caroline Polachek. It's a kind of a recent obsession, I guess, but I'm just like super inspired by her. That's not more so what because of what I'm releasing now, but what I'm working on now. But with what I'm working on now, especially like the rap stuff, it's kind of just like I just wanted to approach it with the same ethos as kind of like people like Tyler, people like Peggy, people like just mostly them two. I really just respect how they operate. I like how they just produce their own music and then just kind of like whatever their vision for a song is, that's what they're doing. They don't really care what genre or whatever. But I wouldn't say these songs that I'm releasing right now are like super like inspired by them musically. It's just like I like how they do it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I feel like the only song you've released so far there's like a clear influence is like "Wanna Be Wanted" because that's very clearly like Pink Panthers inspired.
I was listening to a lot of Pink Panthers at the time, I'm pretty sure. So I mean I wouldn't have done it if I didn't want to, but it was just kind of like I don't know. I felt like I had to make a D&B song,
hmm
so I just did it. I don't think I'll ever do it again, really. Well, actually, don't hold me to that. You never know. But yeah.
Yeah, I like how you did that one because it's not like an actual drum break. It's like a bunch of different snares that you just like put together.
Yeah, I actually I'm kind of ashamed to say this, but I didn't really do my due diligence with like getting into that type of music before I made it. Like, because there is another song that I'm planning on, like that I'm actually working on right now, that's like gonna be jungle inspired, and I'm trying to do my research and like learn how to actually do it for real, for real.
hmm
But when I made that song, I was just like, I don't know, beats go fast. So I just did drums my way, but it was just fast. Like that was it. There was no I didn't know anything. So there's no breaks or anything. I probably should have did that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's almost cooler though that you did it that way because it makes it stand out more. Because I feel like
That I'm
sometimes I
glad
get
you
like a little, I don't know, I get bored of drum and bass sometimes because it is just that same drum break like over and over again. But I feel like with your song, it's like it feels very like fresh.
that's a good point actually. I should reframe my thinking because it does make it sound more like I guess more specific to me rather than like I'm just doing the genre to do the genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when you first started posting online, you said that your goal was to have more than 10 people listening to you from a year from now. And I'm sure that number was like a bit of an exaggeration, but you already have around like 30 monthly listeners on Spotify. So I was wondering, what's your like actual like proper end goal with music?
Ah, you saw through my ruse. You saw through my ruse. My mom actually asked me the same question. But my actual end goal for let's say like for posting and everything, like for like the next year, or do you mean just like end
I
goal,
mean,
end goal?
let's say like we can go with that first, and then what you would see yourself as like being successful means to you.
Okay, well, end goal for this year, I guess, well, not for this year, but like for a year from now, is like I just would like to have, I don't care what number exactly it is, but like a consistent fan base, if that makes sense. Like people who will show up for the music, rather than like purely it being based on how well I promote it. I just think that would be nice. That's pretty much my goal. Because then I can think I can build off of it. Um, but yeah, that's my goal for the year. I guess successful wise, I have very big goals, as you know. But I think success to me looks like doing the music and the art that I want to make, and it's completely like feasible. Like no matter what idea I have, I can just do it. And I have a team behind me. I have, if I want to collab with someone who's like, if, let's say I want to collab with Caroline Polachek, I could just go do it. You know what I mean? It's just like I want that type of freedom, and I want to be able to. A big thing for me is I want to be, even if I'm not the biggest artist in the world or anything, I want to be able to like I don't know, travel around. that's
Hmm.
that's really it. And I want to be able to like support, my friends and stuff. So that's what success looks like to me. However, I get there, I don't know, but that's what it looks like for me.
I know we've talked this before, but where would you want to like travel to? Because I'm assuming you don't want to stay where you currently are right now, like state wise.
I don't have specific places, but well, I kind of do. I really want to go to like Iceland. I don't know why. It just seems like a cool place.
Is that because of
But
Bjork?
in France, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go visit Björk. Yeah, but no, generally, it just seems like a really like I don't know, chill place. So I kind of and my friend wants to go to,
Hmm.
but I'm a big fan of France. I want to go to France. I just want to go to different countries and go to the places that aren't the tourist spots. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to go to the rural places of those places and see what they look like. Like I don't want to be a tourist. I just want to travel around and see what it looks like and have fun. And
Hmm.
specifically with people, not like by myself, but like yeah. And
Yeah.
I want to go to what's it called? Japan too, obviously. I kind of have to. I'm obligated as an internet person.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel you on the like wanting to go to places just to like experience it because I haven't had the chance to like travel on my own yet. But when with family, it's like I'm kind of routed on like whatever we already like agreed on doing, which is usually like the bigger spots. But if I was going somewhere with like with a friend or like by myself, I definitely would just like walk around and just like see
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up.
Exploring's still fun. And I try to explore where I live, but I've explored all I can. I'm done. I want to go somewhere else.
Hmm. Would you want to go like rollerblading in like Iceland?
Yeah, I would go rollerblading anywhere. I need to get more into it, to be honest. That's what I should have said when you asked me what I want to talk about. Fucking love rollerblading. I love rollerblading. I want to learn how to like do tricks on like in skate parks and stuff like that,
Hmm.
because I feel like a character in Jet Set Radio, and that's what I want to do. I'll skate anywhere. You know what I actually really want to do? I was thinking about. I don't know if I actually do this, but I'd love to like create my own like skating rink. That'd be so sick, I think. I don't know. I feel like skating needs to have a comeback. I feel like it's on the horizon soon.
I don't even know what like a rollerblading like skate park would look like.
Well, no, they look the same. Like you can do pretty much anything on a skateboard as to like on skates, really. I can't yet. I'm not even close, but I've seen people do it. I literally saw something on Instagram that was like someone like going down a ramp and then up and then did like a 720 and then she landed and I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. I need to do that. So yeah.
Yeah, you've kind of helped me get more like interested in it with your videos. I went roller skating for my friend's birthday party, and
Hmm.
I was like busting my ass for the first like half hour, and then I like kind of
It's
got it.
hard.
But I want to do it for my birthday this year, but then I found out it was closed on my birthday. Like the rink was
Uh,
closest to me, so that didn't happen.
I'm
But
glad I got you into it though. That's really great to hear, honestly. I kind of forget that, like, I kind of assume no one pays attention to that part of those videos, but they're more just used as like a narrative device, I guess. But I'm glad you're like, wait a minute, this might be cool.
it looks fun, and it is fun. I wish before I go to college, I think there's one that's like it's like 8 minutes driving distance from my college, so I could probably bus there if I wanted to, and like do it by
Yeah,
myself.
it's
So
it's
I'll
it's
probably do it the
not
next semester.
it's hard the first few times you go, but like you get the hang of it eventually. I didn't I the reason I started was because I think I told you this. The first time I went, like I was with my friends in like Alabama and I hadn't been in like I don't know how many years and everyone around me was better than me and I just kept falling and falling and falling. I felt helpless and I was like this is humiliating. I'm ashamed. My career's over. So I was like I need to get good at this. This is a must. So that's what inspired it. So if you fall, get back up as they say.
They do say that.
Right, they do say that.
Yeah, no, my friend told me that I need to put more like pressure on like the front of my feet or something, and after she said that, it
Yes.
like clicked in my head.
Yeah, more so like the front of your heel, I guess. You know, where your foot rests against the little like the tongue of the shoe or whatever. That's where you wanna. Yeah. This is a skate lesson video now.
Okay, another part of your videos though, so you put like little short gifs from cartoons, just like Avatar, Adventure Time, and Gumball in them. So
Hmm.
this isn't a what's your favorite cartoon question. I'm asking you if you could live in any of those worlds, which one would you pick?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I wish I could think about this more, like, because it's such a good question, but it's kind of easy for me. It's just Avatar. It's just I love Avatar. I love Avatar. I'm obsessed with Avatar. So it's just free. If Avatar didn't exist, it'd probably be mm, it'd probably be Adventure Time. I think Adventure Time. One of my favorite things about Adventure Time is like you know how in like some magical worlds and shows and stuff like that, it's like it's magical, but like there's rules to it. So it's more of a science. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adventure Time just feels magical. Like it just is magic. There's no explanation for anything. It just is. You know what I mean? And I really like that about it. So I feel like it'd be really fun to be in there. But unfortunately, Avatar is the best thing ever. So I'd rather be an Avatar.
What bender would you be?
The classic question. Well, if I was really on my egomaniac shit, I'd say I'd just be the Avatar. But I'd probably be a lot of people say that they get like firebender from me, and I kind of see that. I think I'd be either a firebender or a waterbender. I'm not sure which one. But if I had to pick, I think I'd be a waterbender. But I think if I was just plopped into the world, I probably would be a firebender.
I thought you were gonna say Earth. You probably know why I thought that though. Cause
What? I don't know why.
no, cause you were. So for those who don't know, I've known Elijah for like 3 years now, and when I first met him, he had Toph as his profile picture for like literally until
Oh
we started
yeah,
dropping
that is.
music. So
I
I have
forgot
like that
about
like
that.
heavy association.
That's just because Toph is my favorite character. Actually, Earthbending's like my least favorite style, actually. But Toph is my favorite character. I love Toph. So, but I that makes sense why you would think that.
You've seen Korra, right?
I've seen. Okay, okay. So I started Core like a few years ago, and I got to like the end of season two, and the end of season two was so bad, was so horrible that I was like, I don't want to watch anymore. And I haven't watched the rest since. I really need to get to it, but it just left such a bad taste in my mouth that I just can't bring myself to do so.
I don't know, there's like a lot of weird like power scaling issues. I forgot when they introduced this, but you know how there was a whole thing of like, oh, Korra can't bend like platinum or something like that? There's like a whole thing
I
with
That must
that.
be in like the later seasons, but I think I know what you're talking about because I pretty much know what happens in the show. Like I've seen videos about it, but and I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. It's just there's so many issues, and it's like, how could you ruin my darling? That's how I felt while I was watching it. But maybe I'll give it a chance one day and not view it as like try to not be so like fan behavior about it and just kind of view it for what it is. But it's hard. It's like my favorite series ever, the first one. So,
But plus, like, she literally kills Aang, so it's like.
ow, how could she?
And Roku and whatever all the other ones were, they're all gone. All gone. Yeah.
I love I don't know if you know this one, but I love Kyoshi. I love Avatar Kyoshi. She's a fan favorite and she's cool. And they ruined her in the live action. Just saying. Just saying. Whatever. Anyways, continue.
But was that in the movie or the show?
Oh, you mean the live action, the movie or the show?
Yeah.
The live action show. They did something with her. I didn't like it. It was bad. It pissed me off. That whole shit, that everything pissed me off. But we don't gotta talk about that. I'll rant
Yeah.
forever.
No, because it's like they already messed up the first time, and then they're like, okay, guys, we're gonna try it again, and then they just mess it
They
up.
did
Like,
better than the movie, but that the movie was like one of the worst movies ever to ever exist ever. So it wasn't a high bar.
yeah.
But whatever.
I don't know how you get the main character of the show's name wrong. Like,
Ong. My name is
Ong.
Ong. My name is Ong. That was definitely racism or something. Had to be.
Oh, this is a great segue. Okay. Another
Oh.
big element of your
Oh
videos
my
is
god.
the old Windows aesthetic you use that I think really helped you stand out. So I was wondering, what were some computer games you played as a kid?
Oh my gosh. This is the best question ever. Oh my gosh. Okay. Literally, I was the best at run. No one could beat me. No one could touch me and run. Run two. Oh my god. The skating run two. That's where it comes from. That's why I skate. Cause bruh. I loved that game, and I loved what was it called? I'm the best at 2048, as you know. I'm the goat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, big fan of Fireboy and Lava. Or, no, Fireboy and Water Girl. Big fan of I forget what it was called, but you know that one where like I don't know, you're some kind of ball or something, and you would like stick to things, and you kind of have to like go through obstacles. I don't know why you were like a spider or something.
I don't
It
think I
was
know that
weird.
one.
It was on Cool Math, and I remember playing that. I remember you remember Poptropica? Oh my god. Oh my god, that was like peak. That was literally peak. They need to bring that back or something because
Wait,
I
it's,
was.
it's still there.
But I don't know why, but everyone was like, "This is the game we play now," and everyone was just waiting. Like as soon as you were done with your schoolwork, there was like five computers in the corner, and everyone would rush to those computers and play Pop Tropica. Oh my gosh, that good times, man. I love like Flash games and stuff, and I'm sad that Flash still around? I don't
No, but there's
know.
like Flashpoint and stuff, so you can like emulate the old Flash games still.
It's not the same though, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's just like there was in World's Hardest Game, I'm so good at that. I'm so good. I'm actually not that good, but like compared to most people, I'm good. I'm real good. That's a great question. I love those games.
Yeah, at my school, I was in the after school program, and everybody would go play like Pop Tropica together. And I remember there was this one time, I think it was like Astronite Island or something. Do you
I
remember
don't
that one?
remember the places. It was a long time. I don't remember the
It was one
places.
where you like went to space, but you were all like a bunch of knights.
I actually yeah, yeah.
But there was some like puzzle, and we couldn't do it, and we got this one kid's mom to go help do it for us.
Just because of one puzzle?
Yeah,
That's so sad.
I got my grandpa to help me too. Cause do you remember Shrink Ray Island?
I I I don't. What did you do in it?
Basically, you get like shrunk, like really tiny, and you have to like make it through your
Mm.
house. But there
I
was
don't I don't think I did that one.
okay, but there was a part of it where you had to do like Morse code or something to get like the password to unlock something. And I didn't know Morse code, but my grandpa knew it, so I asked him to help me because he does like ham radio
You
stuff.
didn't just like look it up or anything?
No, I was doing it legit, and he like did it for me, and that's how I progressed
I
through it.
I I remember Poptropica, honestly, though, you know what it was? My least favorite thing about Poptropica, I don't know what it was, but something there was like you had to be like popular, like, or something in it. Like like all the popular people, I don't know if there was like followers in it or something, but all the popular people were like had way cooler shit than me. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck? Is this the world I'm doomed to? Am I just gonna be average? That was a real existential crisis for me
Hmm.
as a kid. Is I was like, no one's fucking with me in Pop Tropica. I don't got no one to play with,
Oh, what were
but it's
the
okay.
you know when you'd go into those like buildings and they have like the multiplayer lobbies?
Hmm.
What games were there? Because I know there was like the one where you jumped out of the plane and you had to like wasn't
I
like you had
remember
to
that.
activate the parachute at the right time or something like that?
I think so. I just remember jumping out the plane. I remember that. You just unlocked a memory for me.
And I know they had like Sudoku on there also. I never played that one because it was too hard.
Too hard. I love Sudoku now. Fun fact. That's random, but yeah.
Yeah, I was into it senior year because I had a lot of free time, but I never got past the. I think I could do medium on Google, but I couldn't do like the hardest one.
I should go back to it, honestly. I need a new thing to do. But I remember I stopped playing it specifically because I wasn't popular enough, and so people didn't play with me. And it was sad. So I should rekindle that childlike joy and get back into it. Just like I'm rekindling, you know, the vibe with my Windows aesthetic in my videos.
Hmm. Another thing that you open a window too, so you post videos that show your like creative process behind how to make songs. Although
Hmm.
this is like a very simplistic like this is more just if you wanted to make the song exactly how you
Hmm.
did it, that's how you do it. But
Yeah.
obviously that's not how it actually works. So I was wondering what's
Yeah.
your like actual creative process like when it comes to making music?
That's a great question. Whenever I make those videos, I'm like, these videos are completely pointless because you can do anything with these videos. But they're more just marketing for the song.
Yeah.
But my actual creative process, I'll say it's way different now than not way, but it's pretty different than the songs that I will be releasing in the next year. But when I was making these songs, the process was basically like I would have like a word or a phrase that I wanted that would just come to me, and I'd be like, yeah, I want to make a song with that, and then I write it down. And then or I'd make a random beat and on a random day. Okay? Those are the two starting points, okay? And then and then I would either make a beat around or make a beat that kind of felt like the word I got or the phrase or whatever, or if I had started with a beat, whatever, I just kind of like mumble or something until something came to me, and I'd be like, okay, wait, I got something, and then I kind of just let it sit for like forever. Like I had like 50. I'm releasing like what 25 songs, but I had like over 50 of this basically, and then I went through all of the ideas, and I was like, which ones are the best and which ones are like feasible for me to make right now in in kind of a quick amount of time, because it was like what, like maybe summer of last year when I was like going through these. I was like, I need these out like next year. So I went through all of them, and then I just kind of developed, like I would completely focus on the instrumental first, and just kind of develop that, made sure that sounded as good as possible. And then I do that for all of them. I didn't work on the vocals at all. And then as I work on the beat, I would write the song too. And then I would go through all of them after I had all the beats and the lyrics done. And I kind of, as you know, I kind of just did them one by one vocally. Um, and I would do like all the vocals for one song in like a day or two. And then I would do that for every song, and then after that, I'd mix all of them, and then I'd master all of them. Yeah, that's the full process.
Have there been any songs where there's like something different that you have someone up doing for it in terms of like maybe the order that you do it in?
Let me, you know what? Let me think. Um, Let me look at my list of songs that I'm releasing. Well, okay, I guess technically you know this. With Stay Mine, that's a song that I'll be releasing that you love. Um, I recorded it like the first original chorus like 2022 maybe. Like like it was my first time one recording vocals at all because I
Well, I
just
didn't know
got my
that.
basically. Yeah, it was like one of my first times because I was like I had my mic for a while but I didn't really use it. Yeah, I wasn't really recording. But I just had this like I made the melody, the main melody that's in the song, like on my app, on the app on my phone that I used to use
Mm-hmm.
to make music. And I was like, it was like random, like I made it like years ago, and I heard it and I was like, holy shit, I haven't immediately. I was like, I have a chorus idea for this, so I put it in Ableton, and then I just sung over it, and I had that sitting for like ever. So I guess that's the first time, or not the first time, but like the only one that like that had the vocals and the like some of the instrumental first before everything else. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure that's the only one. And that was like the earliest idea of all these, pretty much. So yeah.
I guess another question would be like, why was Infinite Infinite the first song you chose to release? 'Cause you have like 24 other songs, and that was the one that you wanted to be like your first showing.
That was always the plan. Like ever since I got the idea for Infinite Infinite, even before it was a song, just like the title, I was like, this is what I want to start with. Just because I guess I don't know if people get this from the song, but the song is just kind of about the feeling, not literally about, but just about the feeling of just like I have infinite potential. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it's about. So I wanted to start with that message of like, I trust me, I.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's the first one, and it's like catchy, so it's a good one to start with. Um, yeah, that's pretty much why.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I would like walk around my campus a lot and like bump that and just be in a good mood when I would put it on. Like it would like
It's
hype
it's
me
it,
up for the day whenever I listen to
yeah,
that.
it's just a hype song. It's not too complicated, but I think a lot of like that and like bad enough are just kind of about the feeling it gives you more so than like specifically what I'm saying or what it's about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All right, I couldn't think of a segue for this one, but your
Tried
um,
your best.
your Instagram bio says that you're just a guy in your room, which is a tagline that you like to use a lot in your videos. So, what does your dream room look like?
Ooh, that's a great question. You're really hitting it out the park right now. Um, okay. This is gonna be so pretentious, but I would really like a space that's one completely mostly walkable. I have a really big bed in my room. I'm sitting on it right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
very large. Takes up most of the room. I would probably want like like a much smaller, maybe not bed. Maybe a bigger room. I just want a lot of space to walk around. I need to move a lot. It needs to be. I don't know. I want to get really into candles, honestly, because I really need it to have a calming, like right as I walk into it, I need to be calmed. I need to
Mm-hmm.
be right headspace. You know what I mean? Um, I would definitely have it like some type of blue, some type of muted blue. I like muted colors. Um, Probably just like I don't know, cool furniture. I don't know, like cool, like not too much because I don't. I like I said, I like to walk around, but it'd have to be like I don't know, maybe like a what's it called? What's it called? Like a like a bench for like working out.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. I can more think of like how it would feel. Like it needs to be lit well. It needs to have uh like those changing lights, but not the rainbow ones. But I get like like a custom one that was just like I don't know, like I said, calming just to
Mm-hmm.
walk into it. The main thing is calm. I want to feel peaceful and just like this is my space. Nothing, nothing can touch here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a great question because my room now is very like not calming. It's very like there's stuff everywhere, and I can't walk much. But yeah.
When I was younger, I had this I think it was like a wave machine, but it would when I would sleep, it would have this like ocean pattern like on like it like projects like an ocean pattern like onto the ceiling.
That's so sick. I don't know why you stopped doing that when you're like getting older. I never had one, but I would get one when I'm older. Why not? It's sick. It's awesome. And oh, you know what? Maybe I'd get like one of those like white noise machines or something, or like more so brown noise or whatever. I like noise just in general. Like it helps me do anything. So probably one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Just anything that helps me feel like I can think. That would be in my room. But you'd have to see because it would have to be like very like stylized, but I'd have to be like I have to be doing it to figure out, okay, I know what I want. You know what I mean? It's hard to like imagine it completely. But that's a really good question.
Thank you. Yeah, I try. I really try for this one. Um,
Because I'm just so special.
mhm. Would you want any like instruments like in your room?
Yes, that's a great point. I would. I want to learn piano. You know, I want to learn piano. I really want to learn piano bad. I just don't have the time for it, but I want to. And a guitar. I want to learn guitar too. Just those two basic instruments. I feel like if I just knew how to do those two things, like I'm set. You know, those are the two instruments. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you don't need anything else. So maybe not a full piano. Like if my room's big enough, maybe I would have a grand piano. But like just like a keyboard or so. I already have a keyboard in my room, but right now. But yeah, that's a good point. Probably some type of instrument in there. Not drums though, but yeah, no
Y-
drums.
Yeah, I definitely want to have like a separate room for like all my stuff. Because at least for
Yeah,
me, I
yeah.
like having
I
my
would have like a dedicated room for like music.
yeah. Because I don't like having my like sleeping space and my workspace in the same spot. Because then it's like hard to distinguish like what mode you're in sometimes.
I That's a good point. I've never had the choice of doing that. I am just a guy in my room, so it kind of is just what I do. But I would much rather have a dedicated space that is purely focused on creativity. That would just be awesome. Like I feel like to be and like bring other artists into it, like that'd be
Mm-hmm.
sick.
Your
I would
own little
love to.
like the cave spot.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Ugh, I have too much hair.
I beat Leave Luke alone in the last episode, and I want to continue my
Oh
streak.
my
So can we
gosh.
play a match of rock paper scissors?
I'm so excited for this. Yes, we can. I have to put down my mic, but you got it.
Yeah, you gotta
All
close
right.
your eyes when you do it though, because there's like a little bit of a delay.
Okay, okay.
All right,
Let me know when you're ready.
all right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you beat me.
I Yes, cool.
Okay, but then it's best two out of three.
Best two out of three. All
Yeah.
right, all right.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, we tied.
Okay, okay.
Oh, okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We tied again.
Oh my gosh.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh,
Oh yes, I'm so good.
you're the
I'm
streak
so
breaker.
good. I'm so good. I've actually okay. You know why I was excited for this? I'm known for being very good at rock paper scissors. I don't know why. I'm in your head.
Mm-hmm. No, see, I thought you were gonna just keep doing rock over and over again, so that's why I went paper. But then,
That's literally always my strategy. It never works. It never fails. It never fails. It always works. They're like, I thought you were just gonna keep doing rock. And, so I don't do rock, and they're like, oh, I don't know what's he gonna do, and then I just go right back to rock.
like, you got me.
Never saw it coming.
Yeah, I like to think that that segment encapsulates like the little like the souls and the energy of all the other guests. You've like, I think you're the 14th one, so you've got all those people living on inside you now.
You know, I collected all of their. It was because of all of their failed efforts, like an anime hero,
Mm-hmm.
that I was able to push past my limits and break the streak.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. So thanks to everybody else.
Yeah.
Imagine if I was just like, y'all suck. Y'all are
I mean,
trash.
I say that sometimes because it's like the last two people were all in the same collective and they all lost. So it's like nobody from
Oh,
that group has
that's
won yet.
embarrassing. How are you just gonna lose to a guy in his room? Lame.
Come on. He's literally just a guy.
I'm literally just a guy.
Yeah, I need to make like a spreadsheet of like who's won and lost because I thought it would be
You
like
do.
pretty
I want to
even,
know.
but I think I've won like the majority of them because I know I've had a few like streaks, and that was the longest one, but it's over now.
I think that's cool. I'm glad to be the streak breaker.
Hmm.
I would have been humiliated if if you prepared for this interview so hard and I'm just another lame who just lost.
Another lamb in the slaughter, but you slaughtered me.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I did.
um,
That was good. I
um,
like that.
the second song you released was called Badana, which begs an important question. What was the worst thing that you did as a kid?
The worst thing. Mm, worst like morally?
I mean, it can be like you got in trouble for it, or like you just feel bad about it.
Okay, so I was kind of a goody two shoes for most of my like childhood. Um until like teenage years. I guess the worst thing I did to some people was I had this teacher in like ninth grade, I guess, who I really did not like. I really
Oh,
strongly
I think you told me
disliked.
about this. Yeah.
Yes, I have. And 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 every chance I got, I would just clown on that nigga, right? Like I was the class clown, right? So I would just every chance I got, ooh, and he was real short too. It was easy, okay? It was easy, and I was not in a good mental place, right? But I don't, you know, I'm not even gonna use that as an excuse. I wanted to hate on this guy, okay? Okay, I loved it, okay? And and one day I had enough, and and he was upset. I think it was probably like the whole class or whatever did something that made him upset. And he was like keeping us behind the bell for some reason. And I was like, what, like, why are you doing this? Right. And I'm pretty sure we just ended up arguing. And then I told him to shut up real loud. And then everyone was like, you know what I mean? And then I had to go, to the principal's office or whatever. Um, and it didn't really actually matter. The principal liked me a lot, so we were cool. It didn't matter, but that was, I guess, kind of bad. I think there was another thing that I think I got lunch detention or something, but um, I was kind of a known rule breaker in my high school for a bit, but I didn't do anything super bad. I just kind of got on people's nerves.
Hmm.
I wasn't. I guess another thing that was bad was in that same class we had this really big project, and that was kind of the time I was getting pretty disillusioned with school, and so it was like a big like more than just a test grade. It was like a big part of my final grade, and I just didn't do it. I didn't do any of it. Not I tried. I started, and I was like, I don't want to do this, and
What was the assignment?
and it was like a bunch of things. It was like you had to make a poster. It was like that type of thing, but there was also an essay involved. There was like a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I don't know, just no. So I got like a zero, and my grade was like a 50 something in the class. I remember my mom was like so upset. Like she was so not even upset. She was so disappointed, and I was like, damn, I'm not the smart kid anymore. It's over for me. So that I felt, yeah, I still even now I kind of feel bad about it. Just like the blatant like complete disrespect for everybody besides myself. I do feel kind of bad for it, but I had enough. So I still think back to that. But it was
Hmm.
okay because then the next semester I was like, okay, fine, fine, mother, I'll try. And I got like a 90 something in the class and it was fine.
There you go.
But yeah,
Yeah, I was in
that
the
was
same.
that was the worst thing I did.
Hmm. I was in the same boat as you, where I didn't really do anything bad, but there was one time where I think I was morally in the right, and you'll have to hear me out on this. But
Okay.
basically, there was in my animation class senior year, this guy came to our class that he wanted us to like work for because there was this whole thing where we were supposed to get like an internship that year, and I tried looking
Hmm.
for animation companies like over the summer to hire me, but they wouldn't accept 17-year-olds with no experience, so that didn't work. And that was their whole
Yeah.
like curriculum plan for the school year. So after that, they're like, I don't know what to do, but the teacher brought that guy in, and he was talking about like NFTs and stuff. So I was already like, okay, dude, whatever. And then we looked up the company's like Twitter, right, and like the YouTube channel because we wanted to look into them more. And they had this video posted on their main YouTube channel, and it was like the most recent video at the time. But it was like how to get rid of the gay agenda or something.
No.
Like on the main
Ah,
on the main company page.
ah, that's not good.
So we were like, what the heck? And then we saw they had a Discord server, right? So we went in there, looked around. There was like a news channel in there for some reason, even though it's like a gaming company.
Hmm.
But it was all about like conspiracy theories, and it was like, I think Joe Biden's actually a clone, because it was like all this like weird stuff, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to work for this guy. So I think some of my friends that were in my class started typing up like stuff against it, and then Diversify, right?
Oh yeah, you told me. You told me.
Yeah, he's like very notorious for having access to like a lot of bots. Like he knows how to bot stuff, which is the whole thing. And he started inviting like hundreds of people to the server,
Mhm.
and the owner didn't know what to do about it because he suddenly has like 600 people in this server that was supposed to have like 20 people in it. So he was freaking out. And then, so the next day we went back to class, and then my teacher confronted us about it.
Mhm.
Um, I had been prepped beforehand because one of my friends had him for 3 periods in a row because she was in his like networking class right before animation. And she was like, hey, he's probably going to ask you about that. So, like, go change your Discord so it's not the same one that was like in the server or whatever. Like
Mhm.
I made an alt account in case he asked for my
Mhm.
phone or whatever.
Mhm.
But he was asking like me and my friends in that class like about the whole thing. I was lucky because I was like staring like I was working on my computer, so I wasn't looking at him, but I was like shaking the whole time. Um,
Oh.
and he asked us like, "Did y'all have something to do with this?" And we were like, "No, that's stupid. I think the freshmen did it because it was like a bunch of other classes that had to watch the presentation we did. So we just blamed the freshmen, and then they got in trouble
Mhm.
for it.
Damn. Damn. Well, technically, you didn't do anything. Technically, you
I
just went in the server.
Well, I mean, I was the one that invited the bots though. Like,
No.
I'm the reason that happened. But
Oh. I think it's warranted. They probably sucked. It's like who cares?
yeah, plus we
You
had
know, I'll
to.
probably think of like something
Mhm.
that I did really bad right after this interview, and I'll be like, because I definitely do have something. It's just locked in
Yeah,
my brain.
I
But I
had
think
to.
you were in the right.
Yeah, I had to play test this game, and I broke it within like 10 seconds. Like I got like out
Well,
of
that's not
bounds,
your
and then the
fault.
whole thing like crashed.
That's the game's fault. That's not your fault. I wish I would play test games in high school. That's
Well,
awesome.
well, I don't know. I've heard like actual playtesting though kind of sucks. You have to keep playing the same like part over and over again to like replicate like glitches and whatever.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably not as fun as it seems. You just play games for a living? That's awesome. It's probably not like that.
That whole class, I mean, I was already like more in the music track at that point anyway, but after that whole experience, I was like, I do not want to deal with all of this.
Yeah.
No, I was so sick
There
of
was,
that.
you know what? Sorry to cut you off. I had a thing like that too, where it was like, I don't know. I had this music production class, and after I took it, it was not a good experience. But after I took it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to YouTube tutorials. I'm not gonna try to do be like a professional or anything, like be a mixing. Like that's when I knew I wanted to be an artist because I was like, this other stuff, like even though I do it, it's like I don't care enough about it to make it my career. You know what I mean? So I totally get that.
Yeah, I was so sick of that class that he was the last like class in high school I had to go to like on the last day, and I didn't even say
Hmm.
goodbye. I just walked out.
I don't say goodbye. I didn't say goodbye either.
I did my
I
other
was I was
teachers,
a I was.
but
He was the only one.
he was there was
Damn.
a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't want to get into like for the whole internet to see, but just he's not a great guy.
Was it cool?
Mm-mm.
That's fair. That's fair. A lot of teachers, for me, it was like it was either you got the warmest goodbye of your life. I would, I literally one of my teachers, like last day of school for me because I graduated early. I I hadn't seen her since like ninth grade, but I loved her. And my school had two buildings, right? So you had to walk between. I left my lunch in one building, and I went all the way to the other building, and I went to see her during her like advisory period, and we talked for like 2 hours because I she was just so awesome. And I loved her, and but then other teachers hated my guts and like deeply, and so I just I couldn't, like, if we walked next to like the tensions, you could feel the tension. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So there were some teachers that I just left. I was gone. So yeah.
So in the first video you posted online, you said you decided to go with all caps Elijah and lowercase b because you couldn't decide which one you liked more. That being said, what's the hardest decision you've ever had to make?
Ever? Oh my
Ever.
gosh. You're gonna have to make me go deep into my brain right now, and like, ever had to make? Oh man. I guess this is a pretty basic one. Yeah, and to a lot of people, it didn't seem like that hard of a decision. Like, I didn't make it seem like that hard of a decision, but it was just going to college or not. Um, just because it felt like the thing to do, I guess, obviously, right? And it feels a lot more secure, and it feels a lot more like, um, you know what you're getting into for the most part, you know. But I was always pretty set on not going, but the actual decision of not going never, it always weighed on me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Even if I always knew which one I was going to pick, because it just felt like I should, you know what I mean? I should, you know, I'm smart, I could do something. You know, it was a hard decision to be like, actually, I'm gonna go post internet videos. You know what I mean? So I guess that's a pretty basic one, but that really was probably the hardest decision for me so far.
Yeah, I think mine is kind of similar to yours, but how I was saying earlier that I was doing like animation classes from like when I was in fifth to sophomore year of high school, that was like what I wanted to do, and I was like super set on it.
Hmm.
And I'd even gone on like college orientation tours for like animation and stuff.
Yeah.
And eventually I had to tell my parents like because over COVID, oh my neck's pink now. Over COVID, I um I got more into music and realized that like I like doing it more. And I think after the first like college tour, I was like, hey, parents, I don't want to do the thing that I've always wanted to do anymore.
Yeah.
And it was like hard like saying that because I'd had this whole like I had my
You had
whole
your whole life planned out, you know?
yeah, I don't know if that would have happened, but it was like I was gonna go to this specific college because they had this program, and then I was gonna intern at Pixar because they had that thing there, and I was gonna work there after I graduated, and it was all this stuff. And then now I have no real like clear career plan on like what I'm gonna do,
Hmm.
and I think I'll figure it out because I still have like 3 more years of college to go through. But it was hard to like throw that all away for something that's like
No, I totally
more
get it. It was kind
fulfilling,
of
but not
similar
as
for
like
me.
safe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was kind of similar for me too, because it was like, it wasn't at the same point as like after high school or whatever, but there was this moment where I was like I used to be like a really smart kid, like one of the smart kids, and I do all the smart people things or whatever. And that was like my whole identity basically, was I'm really smart and I'm gonna go to Princeton, and I'm gonna do, you know, some big thing in the world or whatever. And when the moment I realized, like, oh shoot, I don't really care about this stuff that much, it felt like kind of like it was hard, especially to like to break that to my mom. You know what I mean? It's just hard to like be like, by the way, my whole identity is changing. By the way,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was hard, and it's hard to commit to, but you know, we'll get there. So I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm like we've talked about this a lot, but I'm like very confident that like in the next couple of years, people are gonna look back on this and be like, "Wow,
Wow.
bro, he had 30 listeners when this
I'm so
came out.
sorry.
Now he's got 300
30
million.
listeners?
What?
300 million. Yeah. I'm the first artist to break 300 million
What's the current
monthly
record? Isn't it like
listeners.
100 million?
It's yeah, from by the weekend. Yeah,
Yeah, so you'll be
which
up
is
there.
crazy.
That's
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
there. And I'd actually, you asked me earlier, like what I would define as success. I actually, even though I do want to be pretty big, I'd never want to be that big,
Hmm.
like ever. It doesn't seem like a fun thing to do. And I like privacy,
Yeah.
so I don't want to be like that big. And like I gotta like, it seems so demanding. It's like I kind of want to be low key. I want to be on my Frank Ocean shit,
Hmm.
basically,
So you want to be
one day.
really low key and opium.
No, I don't want to be opium. I don't want to be no. I want to be what for does Frank Ocean have a version of opium? I want to be what's this thing called? Homer? I want to be Homer. I want to be Homer.
I was trying to be open for the interview today. I got my black headphones, my black shirt, my black watch. I came
I
prepared, but
would be wearing a black shirt, but it's in the dirty clothes, unfortunately. So sorry.
mhm.
Because I had to go out and film a skating video the other day. So only got gray.
The real reason I wore a black shirt today was because I had to get my allergy shot today, and the last time I went, I wore a white shirt, but the lady that did it was like not my normal person, and she did a really bad job. She like just stabbed my arm like immediately. Cause you're supposed to like find the
Damn.
like nerve and then like or like find the vein and then do it.
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to do
Yeah,
that.
no,
Like
she did that, and my arm was like twitching for like 20 minutes straight, and I was like, "That's not normal," and she was like,
that's
mm.
not.
So this time I came in with my black shirt, so if it bled again, then I wouldn't
I
have
don't
to.
know.
Yeah, no,
That's
it
crazy.
bled through my shirt on both arms.
Imagine you have a patient and they come in relying on you, being vulnerable for you to give them this care, and then something bad happens. You're just like,
She was
not
like,
my
she
problem.
was like, "Oh, that happens sometimes." It's like, no, like I've been doing it for over a year now, and that's never happened. Like I don't know.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I had my normal person today. Then she killed it. I didn't even feel it when it went in. So
Are you a person who doesn't like needles?
I was, but I've gotten more used to it now. Like I don't really care anymore.
Oh, okay. Ever since I'm the GOAT basically because I was never afraid of needles as a kid. So yeah, it's why I'm so tough and strong.
No, I used to like cry every time I got a shot. I remember they told me when
Oh,
I was gonna be like 11 that I'd have to get 2 shots, and every year I like dreaded it so much because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be 11 soon. I don't want to get 2 shots in my arm. And now I do that
I,
like
re- I
every
I
other week.
remember I remember like my mom used to tell me this story, um, where like when you're a baby, like 1, 2 years old, and you get a shot, they're crying crazy. They're like, "Don't do this to me." You know what I mean? But my mom would tell me the story about how when I was 2 years old, I didn't do nothing. I had no reaction. I had nothing,
Mm.
and the nurse was like so perplexed, and she would always tell me that that's why I don't like get worried about needles or anything. Is because I guess baby me just was
Mm.
fearless. He didn't give a shit.
No, I keep when you said that, I was picturing the baby with like your voice today saying that.
With my what?
No, when you said like as a baby, I was picturing like baby you, but then with your current voice saying, "Don't do that to me."
Don't do that to me.
I don't.
That'd be funny. Imagine baby me. I'll send you some baby pictures later. Imagine baby me with this voice. That'd be awesome. He was just like, "Yeah, I fear nothing. This is whatever."
Yeah,
That
my
was me
thing when
as a
I was a
kid.
baby was whistling. Apparently, I whistled a lot as a baby.
Really? I can't whistle. I still can't whistle. I want to learn, but I can't. I'm being don't flex on me. Don't rub it in my face. Another thing as a kid was I can do this thing. I might have shown you this. I can do this thing with my eye where I can like move it to the right. You can't see it because it's behind my hair.
But you could
I'll do it in
like,
a second.
yeah.
I can like move it to the right by itself. Like hold on, wait. Okay, I'm looking forward.
Oh, what?
I'm
Oh, I,
and yeah, I can just kind of do that. And I've been doing it forever, and it's like completely voluntary. But when I was a baby, they were like, "Does he have a lazy eye? Like what's going on?" But
hmm.
meanwhile, I'm just doing it on purpose. So, and when I do it, I like see double, and
Hmm.
I kind of like it's weird. Like, do you ever like you have glasses? So
Yeah.
like, do you ever like I don't know if this is it for you, but when I have glasses on, that means I'm focused, I'm locked in, and when I take them off, I'm kind of whatever. I'm kind of you know Not I'm not in the zone no more. But so like I don't know if it's like that for you. But another thing for me is when I want to kind of like relax and like be unfocused, I will do that thing with my eye and like see double. And I don't know, that's just like kind of my natural state, honestly. Like I'll just
With the eye to the
see
side.
double. Yeah, and it's just unfocused. Like my eye is literally unfocused. So I'm chilling
Hmm.
basically. And when I bring it back in, I'm focused.
Hmm.
So fun fact about me.
Another thing that you said in that very first video was that you're going to release a new song every 2 weeks for the next year. So I've been fortunate enough to hear some of what you've been working on. There's a lot of great stuff in store, but I was wondering, what's next for Elijah B once all these songs are out?
All
You can
right.
be as vague
Well,
as you want for like what you've been
okay.
working on.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be super vague because I do um I'm not gonna go like super far because I have a decent amount planned. But right after that, I want to go into um like releasing my first EP. Um and I want to do 3 EPs next year. I want to go crazy basically and release three. I was kind of inspired by Brockhampton, like I told you, because I don't know. I feel like might be a good way to create buzz or whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's basically the plan after these singles is to release those EPs. I'm working on them right now. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. And with the videos, it'll probably this might be cool to do is like what if like my me and my editor friend were like talking about what if we like updated the windows to like the next version,
Hmm.
you know what I mean, for the marketing. So we might do that. And yeah, just go more into like the kind of like internet kid like Gen Z aesthetic, I guess, and like lean into that more. That's probably the plan
Hmm.
after all this stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and this EP will be like, because technically you have other EPs out, but we don't really talk about those.
We don't really talk about those are really like I don't really consider those my EPs like as an artist. I'm really just starting as an artist like this year, really.
Hmm.
Even though I've been making music for a while. So, and I'm not like ashamed of anything or like anything, but like they're just not on streaming and they're not like the beginning of my career as I see it. So.
Yeah. No, I feel that because if I were to include everything I've ever released, I have like 4 or 5 albums out. But like, I don't want to, like,
Those don't
there's
count. Like
still,
this is your debut.
this is my debut. Like, there's
Speak, go
still
listen to his new EP now.
DRILLGAZE, the
Not asking.
pre-show, out now.
Not
And,
asking.
maybe for DRILLGAZE, the full project, a certain somebody might be featured on there.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Uh,
I don't know.
I mean, technically, that song has been, if you go digging for it, that song has been played somewhere before. You can't go listen
That's
back
true.
to it, but that was technically the first like proper teaser for it.
Honestly, I keep forgetting that song. Like I keep forgetting I'm gonna be on your project. I'm like, oops. Like I forgot I did that. I should have. I don't know. Like it was just something I did really quickly. Not to like. I didn't have acid or anything, but it was just like you asked me, and I was like, okay, and then I did it.
No, that's one of my favorite songs on there though for sure. I listen to it a lot. I just need to mix it better because it sounds like butt right now. Like I'll make it like, but this will. I want to aim for like July, like mid July maybe. I need to set like a deadline to
Hmm.
just like actually work on it, but I gotta clean everything up so it's like ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be on it. I'm glad I'm on it, cause I've started my career now, and it just feels right. So.
Hmm.
And I don't know what's you haven't have you decided what placement it'll be in the track list?
Yeah, it's number 5, I think. It used to be number
I'm,
2, but you got moved down a little
I'm
bit.
fuck. No one's gonna listen to me now. It's over for
Well,
me.
no, because then you'll have 300 million listeners, and everyone's gonna listen to that one. Even though you don't
But
want it to
that's like
happen, that's what's
but
gonna
like
happen.
look. I could blow up right now if everyone ever listens to Drill Gaze and the second song is me, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta listen to this guy." But if I'm just the fifth one, it's raps. I'm never gonna blow up. It's over. I should quit.
So do you think people are gonna listen to the first 2 songs and then just close out of the project?
Well, to get a little serious again, I guess kind of. I noticed that like a lot of albums recently that'll come out if they're like from big artists, the song that'll be the hit is like the first one or the second one. If the first one was like kind of a short
Okay,
one,
yeah.
it'll be like the first or second one. And I don't know, I've just been noticing that, and I've been like, okay, I got to make the first or second song of whatever projects I release bangers in the future. But yeah, either way, I don't care what place, but I'm just happy to be on it.
Thank you. Yeah. Also, that's not even like entirely true because at least for the EP, I've been looking at the stats, and the last two songs are the most played out of the four.
Well, are the last two songs Orange Tea and No Convincing?
Yeah.
Well, those are the best. Those are easily the best ones in my humble opinion.
No, I
Especially I
agree.
love Big Nose. I love No Convincing. I love it. So I love that. As soon as you sent me that beat, I was like, this is the one.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm surprised though because I think Orange Tea has been like the favorite overall. Like that's the most streamed song out of the four at the moment.
Well, it is more, I guess. I don't know if I agree that it's more catchy, but it is more like dicky, I guess, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
But that's enough about me. As the episode comes to a close, is there anything you would like to give a shout out to?
I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Josh. They do all my videos, and I'm starting to edit them now. But they made all the assets, and like the every all of the whole aesthetic wouldn't be possible without them. So I'm just very grateful because if I didn't have that, I think I'd be getting like 2 views. Honestly, I think I'd be like it'd be raps for me. So I'm very, 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 very grateful that they did that for me. Literally, no, just I just asked, and they're like, okay. So I'm very grateful. So shout out to them, and yeah, shout out to you for interviewing me and great questions. Really liked it. So yeah,
Alright, so yeah, shout out me, and then shout out Elijah B. Uh, thank you so much for coming on today. It was just this was oh my god. Thank you so much for coming on today. This
you
was
got
really
this.
fun to do. All those links will be in the description down below. You gotta get him to 300 million monthly listeners. Um,
Everyone who saw this video, you were like, I was there before he had 300 million. I was an OG.
dude, I was there at like 7 million. But yeah, this is I feel like especially with this one, I'm like really excited to see where you are a year or two from now because I think something's gonna definitely happen with you. That's really what I'm excited about.
Thank you. I really wasn't looking forward to this interview because it just like, would be so fun to look back on in the future, like it's a touch point in my life. So
Hmm.
I was like very excited to do. So yeah,
Yeah, and I think I definitely want to do in the future like touch back on like people I've had on before.
yeah, I
Like
would love to come back one day,
yeah, because
like way in the future.
maybe like 2 years if I'm still doing these like by then. Yeah,
I think you should keep doing them. They're awesome.
thank you. Yeah, I definitely want to. It's just like as long as they're still fun for me to do, I want to keep doing them. That's my rule at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. If they're not fun, don't do them anymore. But I think, I don't know. I think it's important for scenes to have like, even if I'm not directly in the scene or whatever, I think it's important for scenes to have like some sort of like person like bringing them together in some way. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Whether it be on the internet or not. It's just important to like you can just do more together and isn't it, which is cheesy, but it's true.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Yeah, that's been the video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
bye.